Today we're going to talk about rotations, and a rotation is simply a turn around a fixed point called the center of rotation. Okay, so the center of rotation. Okay, and a figure rotates around a specific angle and direction. Okay, and everything that we're going to do, we're going to rotate around the origin. And remember, the origin is the point 0, 0. Okay. So, when we are rotating 90 degrees counterclockwise, that means we're going to rotate to the left. That's the same as 270 clockwise. And when we do that, there's a rule that says we take the original x comma y and we switch them, but make the y negative, just like that. When we rotate something 180 degrees, we take the xy that we currently have, and all we do in this case is we switch the x and y's sign. If we go 270 degrees counterclockwise, that is the same as going 90 clockwise. And the rule for that is take the original xy and switch them, but this time change the sign of the x value. Okay. So let's go ahead and do some examples. A couple of examples. All right, so we have triangle ABC, and A is at 2, 7. So A is at 2, 7. Okay, so for some reason it's not letting me graph them. Let's see if I do it with. All right, so there's A. Okay, B is at 6, 5. There's my B. And C is at 4, 1. Which is right here. So there's my current triangle. And they want me to rotate this 90 degrees counterclockwise. 90 degrees counterclockwise says I take the original x comma y. Okay. I flip them. And change the sign of the y. Okay. So that means if A is at 2, 7, that means if I flip them, it would be at 7, 2, and then change the sign of the y, it would be at negative 7, 2 would be A prime. So negative 7, comma 2. Should be right here. So B is currently at 6, 5. So when I do this, if I flip them, that would be at 5, 6, but then change the sign of your y to -5, so it would be at -5, comma 6. Which would be right here. And C would be at 4, 1. So when I switch them, it'd be at 1, 4, and then change the sign of the y, it would be at -1, comma 4. So when I plot that, here's my C. And what you can see is you can clearly see that this triangle has clearly turned in its own direction. Okay, so for the next one, they give me P at 2, 6. Q at 6, 5. R at 5, 1. And S at 1, 2. Okay, and this time they want me to rotate 180 degrees. And when you do that, all they want you to do is rotate or change the signs of your X and Y. So my current X and Y is 2, 6, so it would be at -2, -6. Which will be right here. Okay, then you would have Q, which is currently at 6, 5, would be at -6, -5. Which will be right here. Then you would have R. R is currently at 5, 1, so it would be at -5, -1. And S is currently at 1, 2, so it would be at -1, -2. Now in class, I showed you how to just do it with a piece of paper, and that is perfectly fine if that's the way you want to do it. Okay, so you can see when you do this, it clearly has rotated 180 degrees.